So, a little multi-tool collection. I've got two smaller sizes of this, but what I'm talking about here is I thought a viewer had an interesting point, and he was saying he carried this around with him for years, and he said it created a problem. Why? Well, because he reached for this rather than reaching for his toolbox. So he was actually doing a poor quality job with what he was trying to fix, and I'm sure it was harder also. Case in point, the Phillips screwdrivers on these are all pretty bad. Now this particular model has one. The Swiss Army knife has one, but it's kind of rounded. It's not really going to fit in some things as well as a regular one. But it's kind of like these are tools more to have when you don't have tools with you. But to actually go into a situation with expecting to use these day in and day out, I think is kind of a mistake. And just even like this issue with the screwdriver. I worked in this company once, and we had electronic equipment and things that broke down constantly, and I was in quality control, and so sometimes I would borrow a screwdriver from one of the guys, and they had all like snap-on tools, these really expensive screwdrivers and things. It's like they worked so remarkably well, it was unbelievable. They were better than, the standard type of tools you would buy in a hardware store or anything. They were just way better. When you're dealing with screws, it's really important to have a quality tool, or more often than not, you're going to damage the Phillips head maybe, or it's just not going to be able to take it out as easy. So if you were planning to use a Phillips screwdriver every day, this wouldn't be a good choice for you at all. And other things too, like the scissors. Oh yeah, these scissors are kind of better than the scissors on here. But again, you're going to compare that to a regular pair of scissors? I don't think so. And even when you start thinking of bushcrafty things and stuff like this has got a decent locking blade on it, serrated, and straight edge. It's got a saw. And it's like, again, now you wouldn't go out with this being your only tool. So the idea is these are what you have when you have nothing else, because they're everyday carry. You're going to have them with you. But I've seen some people post, especially with this model or of the Leatherman or the model up from this, there's all these attachments you can get for this. In other words, this if you fold the Phillips screwdriver out, you can pull a piece out, turn it around so it's a flathead, but that allows you to put other things. So they make all these kind of adapters, ratchets, and everything to put all this other stuff. So if you look at people camping or a soldier, sometimes the amount of weight you have is critical. So yeah, a multi-tool can be really good because it can do so many things, but it's probably not going to do the job as well as a dedicated tool. So I don't know, just something to keep in mind. Now, what I do is I've got the belt case for this that just holds this, and I just keep this with me all the time. This little Leatherman Gerber dime, this used to be on my keychain for years. And when I got this, I just don't have this on my keychain. My keychain's got too much stuff on it. What was really nice about this, you see this little thing where you could put a lanyard. This was just the right spacing here to, how pickles or something will be vacuum sealed. That was just enough to get under there and break the seal so you could you turn the cover. And I just wanted to mention this one. One of the problems I'm having now, you can see I got these hand braces on and everything. My hands don't work the way they used to. And it's actually kind of a chore for me to pull tools out of this Swiss Army tool, because not only you have to have a lot of strength, but you have really strong thumbnails, and when you get older, sometimes you have neither of those. But I noticed with this particular tool, now this is branded Bear Grylls. It came with his little survival kit. that was just something I carried in the car all the time. And what I like about this is you can see there's a big indent here. So it makes it really easy to grab and pull out a blade on it. So this particular tool, like I say, this is Bear Grylls on it, but it's just a rebranded Gerber tool. And it just is much easier to open things out, certainly than the Leatherman dime, certainly from the Swiss Army knife. Of course, it doesn't have as many tools. But then this is so nice because you can get at the tools with one hand, some of them, like the blades. You can get at the serrated blade, the straight edge, the saw, and the file, all from the outside with one hand, and deploy it and put it back with one hand. And these other multi-tools each have pliers, which I find, especially now that I don't have as good a grip anymore, that I use those pliers a lot. Now, there are Swiss Army knives that have pliers. And, I just don't know about them because I don't have them. But to me, this particular thickness is about the maximum I would want to go. You can see it's about the same thickness as the Leatherman. Obviously, thicker than this Bear Grylls one. And, of course, much thicker than the Gerber dime. But, the nice thing about this Army tools, they're light. This is about half the weight of the Leatherman Wave Plus. So this can just drop in the pocket. It's got kind of smoothed edges on it and things. So it's very easy just to stick in your pocket. And it isn't as noticeable, where really this is, I consider, too big to carry in your pocket. Now you can carry in your pocket with the belt, the clip here, which I've done. That way you're wearing it inside your pocket, if you know what I mean. Only this is going to be on the outside. The tool will all be inside your pocket. But the pouch is so much more convenient. But to me, this is just too big. If you have to carry it in your pocket, this is fine to carry in your pocket. Of course, these smaller ones, like I say, this one was even on my keychain for quite a while. And the little Gerber, I don't know which model this is, but like I say, it was branded for Bear Grylls when he did all his sales. Bear Grylls has made a fortune. Compared to all the other survival people you hear about, he's in the tens of millions of dollars of worth. Because somehow he can keep reinventing himself. The much maligned knife that he came out with was the #1 knife in knife sales, at least for 1 year. Then they came out with the improvement where they fixed the pommel, and the blade was turned into a straight edge instead of a serration. And you can still buy some of those things, new, old stock. But you probably want to get the first one with the serrations and the pommel, because there were issues with the pommel. But again, it's a Gerber tool, and basically that has a lifetime guarantee. It breaks, you send it back. But of course, that's not going to help you if you're actually out using it and need it. So I'd skip that one. And if you specifically wanted something after that style, you would go to the later one that had the straight edge, had a pommel. I think it had a notch in it so that you could scrape a ferro rod on the back and different things like that. But anyway, that's it. But I just wanted to mention what that viewer said, and say how much I agree with the idea that if you know you're going to be using screwdrivers all the time, you want to have screwdrivers. You don't want to have a multi-tool, because it's just going to make your life so much better and so much easier, and get your tasks done so much quicker.